Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is TMI. The factors to consider to elect or choose a winning candidate. That's what we're looking at this time around. And the first factor we dwelt on, the first aspect, is that of the structure. You saw the commotion. You heard everything about structure, the whole about structure. Some for, some against, some indifferent about structure. That's saying that, look, without the structure, you can't find your way to become a candidate of a political party. It's been ascertained or it's been confirmed in some quarters that they are turbulent over the last times in almost the three major political parties in this particular state. Some are denying it, some are saying it's true. They have to look for a level playing field. This time around, we'll take a look at another factor of determining the winning candidate, which is money. Like what Honorable said, it starts with money and ends with money. Anyway, me here in the studio, I have a legal practitioner, political analyst, join me to welcome Odaze Greg. Welcome to TMI. I appreciate your coming.
Well, thank you, Wilson, for your invitation.
All right.
Good morning, my viewers.
All right. And sitting very close to Greg, he is a political analyst, Alhaji Ahmed Ewaike. Welcome to TMI on this edition.
Thank you.
I appreciate your coming.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wilson.
You guys were out there watching and listening intently to get to hear the point raised by three of my speakers in the first interview. Because before we delve into the money issue, what's your take on the structure issue? Let me start off with Ahmed.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson, and good morning, everybody at home. The structure issue, I listened to the three analysts that spoke earlier on the structure issue. Yes, it's a fact that before you can get a ticket to represent that particular party in the gubernatorial election or the presidential election, as the case may be, the party must nominate you. So it's strictly the party's affairs, and that have to do with the party structure, starting from the National Working Committee, the State Working Committee, Local Government Working Committee, and the Ward Working Committee. These four structures have to be represented. Now, with the state level that we're talking about, the person, anybody that is going to represent the states in this very gubernatorial election we're talking about must be elected from the political party that the person belongs to. And it now depends on the rules that the National Working Committee is going to set on the ground for them to elect that particular person to represent them. If the party has said a direct primaries is what they want to use, that means that every card-carrying member of that political party must partake in that election. Individual structure have nothing to do with this. It's the party structure entire that have issues with this. So if they're also saying, okay, it's going to be indirect primaries, the National Working Committee will also state the persons or the group of persons that are going to be in that indirect primaries. So they're going to be the LGA chairman, the youth leader, the woman leader. They will state them. And these persons must be from the primaries, from the political party. So in this area now, the structure we are talking about here is the structure of the party, not the individual party, rather the structure of the party. And the party is here that everybody that will partake will not be a card-carrying member of the party.
All right, I'll come back to you on that. Barrister, you heard them. You saw how intense that particular interview was. What do you have to say about the structure thing before we delve into the money factor?
It's okay, Wilson. Even the money factor you may mention of, it can as well subsume into the structure. The term structure of a political parties. In other words, when you are looking at what a political party is all about, the totality, the characteristics, the formation of a party, of a political party. So, with the word structure, it entails the arrangement, the party arrangement. That is the definition of a political structure, which include the hierarchy of power of a political party. In that, you are looking at how decisions of a party or in a political party is being made. Then you now refer to the National Working Committee which is the neck, and which has the highest power. In other words, it could also has it has the power to decide the affairs of the whole party. So in this, when we are looking at the upcoming gubernatorial election in Edo State, the primaries is the business of the National Working Committee of any of the political parties, whether APC, PDP, or Labour Party, as the case may be. So they have the power to decide the candidates of their own party.
Are you not saying that individual structure don't matter? Because that's what really caused the argument. Because
I'm going somewhere.
Okay, fine. All right.
The issue of individual in a party also boils down to your character in your own party, your record. The national committee, if you are a member of politics, they want to know they want to know what your contributions, your pedigree in the party. So that is why when you are saying that a particular individual enjoys the flavor, or is known, or is popular in his own party, it means that he's also doing well. He's also known to the world. He has a good relation with his party members. In that, some person, you might call it an individual structure. You can call it an individual structure.
All right.
You have been contributing to the party. At one time or the other, you are risking your life for your party. The record will speak for you. So they are all structured.
All right.
Yes, that's why you mentioned the issue of, yes, a candidate also having money. Yes, in short, the type of politics in Nigeria today is money politics.
All right. I'll come back to you because that's what I want to delve into. You have had your own views and opinion on structure. One of the analysts said it starts with money and ends with money. That is another factor to consider. What do you feel about this trend? Nigerian politics, be it primary, starting and ending with money. Even the main election, starting and ending with money. Over to you.
Thank you. I quite agree with him that yes, it starts with money and also end with money because the electorates have lost interest or lost faith, or trust in those persons that are contesting. Gone are those days where you see somebody is coming out to contest for an election, everybody rally around the person, even people buy cards. During the time of, President Muhammadu Buhari first, I was among those who bought those cards, to subscribe, to generate funds for him in order for him to contest. Among the few persons who contested the election, even when he was not actually having money. But the reverse is the case now because people have already lacked trust on these persons in the sense that upon what we do for you, even when we believe that you are going to be the Messiah to come and redeem, but yet, in fact, you are living the sin even worse than the way you met it. So people these days just believe that what is not the essence of me sacrificing my hard-earned money or my strength for this? But instead, I want me to be compensated for my little strength that have been involved. So this time around, the electorate themselves, those who are contesting, they now discover that, okay, the only way for me to buy the conscience of this person who is not willing or interested is for me to, bribe him with money in order for him to give me his or her own support. So with that, money back now become the issue of the day, and that is the more reason why people now spend money. So the highest bidder always takes it all because people lack faith and trust in the people.
All right, now I want to go for a break. I will return to continue with the discussion. Second factor we're considering this time around, the money factor. Don't go away, we'll be right back. Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is TMI. We're taking a look at Edo 2024. The factors to consider in choosing a winning candidate. I have Alhaji Ahmed Waike and, of course, Barrister Odaze Greg. They're sharing their views and opinion on the second factor we're looking at this morning, which is the money factor. We'll take forward on that break, Alhaji. Take it up from there. The money issue.
Thank you. Like I was earlier saying, that the reason why the money factor has not become an important factor in winning the primaries, like the electorate, those that are to elect those persons contesting, no longer have trust on these persons again. So because of that, they just felt he is going there to go and amass wealth for himself or herself, not really actually coming to bring dividends of democracy to us. So instead, let me just have at least a little share, or let me have a little entitlement, let me have some little stipend for myself. So they now believe they want to have their own entitlement from it. So hence they demand. Because if A now thinks, oh, I'm Mr. Integrity, I have all it takes, and I want to govern this state, to give this state the very best, and I don't have money to share, and the other person have this money bag to actually share, the electorate, those that are electing, poverty issue is also there, issue of what they believe to stand on is also there. So they just, okay, let me collect this money, instead of believing on the other man who is Mr. Integrity, to actually have what to deliver. But he just felt, no, let me collect this money. So hence the money back person stand the chance of getting it. So that one makes it that everybody now, those who have the money, are the ones that actually are the forefront of this whole game.
All right, now you heard him say those who have the money are the ones at the forefront of this game, starting with money and ending with money. How do you feel about that comment?
Yes, the comment ordinarily is not a pleasant one. The reason being that if you look through our constitution, look at the requirements for qualification of a candidate for a political office or a seat, as in the case of the governorship election in Edo State, candidates. Money was not really defined as a yardstick, as a requirement for a candidate. Rather, the Constitution defined or refers to a candidate must be sponsored. It must be sponsored by a political party. And the rationale behind that provision of the Constitution, you must be a member of a political party. It's not far from the fact that election is very expensive. That is the reason why, till date, we are still contemplating an independent candidate by our electoral laws. The Constitution, our electoral law does not provide for independent candidates because election is very, very what? Expensive. So now that the issue of money is solely in control, it has to do with a requirement of the party for a candidate to contest for the primaries. He is the party that idea of money, that politics has been monetized. If the party so love you by your goodness, by your contribution, by the reason of the fact that you have the skills to take the party and the people of the state to next level, the party can okay you. In other words, the party can nominate you to contest for the election. But because of the fact that today the society we are in, money speaks. You know, that is the reason why today they place premium on money. If you don't have the financial muscles to share, it is very, very difficult, because the party who don't want, and again, and it's also due to the behavior of some politicians. In those days, when a party has sponsored some of these politicians, and when they are already in the hem of affairs, they are not romancing, they are not enjoying money.
Don't forget the party.
They will not remember where they are coming from. That is the reason why.
As a lack of trust.
Yes,
so
that's the reason why
money before
the game has changed.
Okay.
Yes, the party is not. Now you have to pay through your nose.
All right, now.
Before you can get the party ticket.
All right.
That is the game. That is my submission.
Okay. Does that mean a party will consider those people with heavy financial backing before another person in that same party?
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. It may not actually work that way, because...
but they raised some valid points.
Yes.
Way back, party used to support their candidate with money. All of a sudden, the ties are changing because of the way they're being towards the party.
Yeah. After listening to the learned lawyer, actually is a fact that up to now, parties still sponsor. But the area we are looking at now is the primary level. At this primary level, all man bear his father's name. You sponsor yourself, showcase yourself, deliver yourself. But when you finally get the party's nomination, then you are the party's property.
No. Some are saying even after the primary, you spend some more.
You still spend so much.
Because they say that the party will support. They'll be like, no, Wilson, we are the ones spending billions right now, not the party.
It all depends on the party. If you are from the ruling party or the party within the national, the party tends to sponsor you. But if you are not in the ruling party, your party is not in the national, then what you are saying now becomes 100% true. Because nobody is coming to fund you anywhere. So you have to fund yourself. Except maybe friends and colleagues will not come in and support you in one way or the other. But the bulk of the money is you. But if you are within the ruling party, or your party is in the national, for example, as the APC is now, whoever becomes the APC, card carrying, the gubernatorial candidate of APC, he or she will only just struggle during these primaries. When he gets the ticket, in fact, it becomes the property of the party. From the national, from other states that APC are, and those other appointees at the federal level, wherever, they will one way or the other to support. Then if the PDP candidate, for example, gets the ticket, it becomes the sole property of Governor Obaseki, if it's his candidate, in quotes, to sponsor that very person to Eldorado, to ensure that he gets he wins it. But at this primary level, it's your sole responsibility to get your way in. Because when he was speaking, I listened to him carefully. The reason why these, those persons that are involved in the primaries, the party faithfuls, are demanding, most of them are full-time politicians who don't have any other job they do. They don't even have an office where they collect monthly salary, or where they collect premium, or wherever profits that comes in. They depend solely on this party issue. So whenever you come to visit, it is wherever you drop, they are going to use to feed their family at home. It's wherever you drop, they're going to feed their loyalists with. So instead, the highest bidder will always have the say of them. Because when you come, you drop, use your money. That one dropped 20 million. The other one just dropped 200,000. The one that dropped bigger money, at least you're going to be the talk of him and his own followers. So they tend to now love you, cherish you in your heart, even when they know that capacity-wise, you don't have it. In terms of academics, in terms of leadership, everything that you need to have to become a governor of a state, they know you don't actually have it. But because you have the money, and you're able to pay their bills for them, then they will just have to sing hallelujah with you. And at the end of the day, they give you the ticket because you've given them what they want.
Over now to you.
Yes. The issue is not entirely money. It's not largely about money. But money is very, very what? Important. The reason why I'm emphasizing this point, what about a situation wherein a candidate does not have the fundamentals, but he has the money, but he does not have the basic requirement?
That's what he said. He said money will just make him scale through.
No, you are getting it. You are getting it wrong.
Like he has the money.
No.
He has at least secondary school certificate. Just go ahead and do it.
Okay, what are the event that he doesn't even have the secondary school certificate you mentioned of? What are the situation?
We leave that for the court to decide. People will decide.
No. It cannot be. That's why you see.
But that's what is happening right now in the country.
Yeah, you see the recent judgment of the Supreme Court.
Yes.
The judgments have sent a powerful signal to our politicians. The politicians also need to be very, very careful in what they do. Yes, they need to be very, very careful. Wrongful nomination of candidates, wrongful substitution of candidates. That is the reason why you see all these litigations, dispute, electoral dispute here and there. So, the parties, the candidate you are the party is projecting should be party that it should be somebody that is apart from the money, academically should also have the requirements. Sometimes I imagine why issue of qualification should be a subject of
a discourse
in election when you have people that have even PhD.
But they don't have the money. They have the PhD in academy, they have the PhD in money.
But now we are happy that even professors, they are not even senior advocate of Nigeria. You cannot go. How will you challenge a lawyer that he does not have is the lawyer, court to bar?
All right.
I don't know how you look at it. It's ridiculous.
Okay. Before we call it a wrap on this show, because we're getting close to the end of a particular discussion. Now, what would be your advice to aspirants right now vying for party tickets to become the party flag bearer in the forthcoming election? Alhaji.
Yeah, thank you. My advice for these aspirants is that they should ensure that this money enticement, they should limit it. They should limit it. They are actually the problem, honestly speaking. If all of them decide not to share this money, surely the party will still have a candidate to present, because there's no way they will say they will not, the party will not fly a candidate. But because you see that all of them are always enticing with money. Like for my party, for an instance, all the candidates that have visited the LGA, for example, the minimum is 1 million naira that they drop for each LGA.
That's the
minimum.
1 million.
1 million. The other one will drop 2 million. The other one will drop like that. Okay, now you come, you drop 1 million. The other one drop 2 million. You just come, you just drop 200,000. Or you say, you are just speaking. What are you saying? Nobody listening to you. So my advice for them is that they should limit it. Come to them, sell your vision. Tell them how you want to govern the state. If you have a document for it, the blueprint, present it to them. Share that one to them.
They will tell you they've seen enough blueprint. They want to see the blueprint.
So they should. My advice is simply they should limit the way they entice these people with money.
Thank you so much, Alhaji Ahmed Iwaike. Over to you, Barrister Greg Odaze, your last line.
My advice to the prospective candidates for any of these party is a legal one, in view of considering the judgments of the Supreme Court that a number of them messed up their own case because they were not timeous.
All right.
As to pre-election matters, as to nomination of a candidate would have been addressed at the High Court.
Okay.
Instead, they took it toward
Supreme Court.
to
Thank
tribunal.
you. Thank you.
So which it was started by law.
Okay.
So
they should do the right thing.
Yeah,
not to fall prey.
Yeah, they
should
be very vigilant and very conscious of their rights.
Thank you so
much. Approach a lawyer at any time when, for one way or the other, they are wrongfully.
Are you selling your point now?
They are wrongfully what?
And that's it. Thank you. That's it. Today's show. You've heard them. We can talk on and on, but the message is clear. Do the right thing, the right time. Have it at the point of your mind or at the back of your mind. Present good credentials, good manifesto. Well, others may just fall in line. Bye for now.